you guys don't know me, kind of like a hobby trapper, hobby canine trapper. I say hobby, but I take it pretty serious. You know, the time frames that I have, I usually trap for about 2 weeks. This past season, I caught over 200 coyotes by myself, 340 with a partner when we went out of state. So I say hobby trapper, but I take it really, really seriously. And guys, this is just awesome. I love this stuff. So thanks for coming. And I want to say thanks to the PTA for having me, and for Larry Miller Jr. for asking me to do this. So, you know, let's kind of segue back into. So the thing I want to kind of touch on is being efficient trapping. So coyote trapping, you can catch coyotes, especially if they're there and you have numbers. But the thing is to be efficient. And when I do my 2 weeks, I try to be as efficient as possible and do everything that I can to make myself that way. Now, just to kind of go in like chronological order, everything that I do starts in the preseason. Whether that's from scouting properties. If you're going to scout properties, I would recommend doing it early on. Vegetation's still low. You're not dealing with a lot of farmers planting. Most of them are typically in their shops, so you can kind of talk and get some permissions from them. And you can also pre-scout in the fall, but everything's kind of up then. If I was going to do it, I would do it early season. And I would highly recommend taking the dog with you. I don't care if it's not a trained dog or anything. Just let them out, watch them do everything that they do, and kind of you know, inspect the things that they do. Now, I do train my dogs in the off season to find certain stuff, being that coyote scat, you know, markings or heat posts. So you know, everything I do is geared towards catching coyotes and catching them in numbers and catching them as fast as possible. Getting your properties lined up, getting your logistics, getting your routes planned, having a plan A, a plan B, even a plan C are all things that you're going to kind of want to think about when setting up a line. Now, it all depends on your ambitions, your goals. I want to catch a lot of numbers. I want to catch the best coyotes that I can, and I don't want to have any losses. So everything that I can do to put me into that path, perfect. I mean, so get your properties, get them lined up, do all your, get your traps ready, getting your dirt ready so you're not fiddle farting around trying to find dry dirt on a rainy day. Like I keep a lot of these and I just fill them up with dirt. I keep a 5-gallon bucket in the back of my truck and I keep a little small like quart and I just put my hand over it, pour it in, fill it up, toss it in my bag and it's, it's good back. Whenever the day comes that I'm going to start setting. 50-50 this way, 50-50 this way. I've preset all of my sets, or not all, but as many as I can. And I do that a couple weeks prior. So what I do is, I will go and let's say I have a weekend free. I'll set and I'll do I'm going to do these 4 properties today. And okay, when I go in, I dig the hole, I dig the trap bed, I put the trap in. I don't cover it with dirt, I don't cover it with grass, I just leave it right there. I have a pretty good rapport with my farmers and everybody. I let them know what's going on, and they don't mess with anything. And so I will do that for a few weeks leading up to when I start. And then when it's time for me to start opening traps, last season I went out and I opened 99 traps. I actually got 100 set, but I got into it with a farmer that leased the property. And I just said, screw you, I'm not dealing with this. I've got to get down the road because I'm trying to catch coyotes. I'm not trying to argue with you. And I probably should have reported you to the game warden, but I just don't want that headache. So everything's getting set, getting geared up. Now, some of the things and some of the equipment that I use, I use this flex. It's a 24-volt flex, and I run it on a huge battery, and I have a couple of these. But the sweet thing that I love about this it has a keyless chuck and it has an SDS attachment. So you can literally swap these out interchangeable. So you see me lugging all this crap in, you're like, yeah, this guy don't have I use half of this stuff when I'm preset. So when I go on preset, I might only be carrying this and a pickmatic. I didn't bring a picnic today just because I thought that was a little overkill for me carrying. But so I'll literally park my truck. I get out. I walk 5 feet. I get everything set up. Everything's ready to roll. And you know, just rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. Keep going. Keep going. But I do love these things. So I mean, it's just like I think it. You know, I'm not too worried about that. I'm gonna end up covering this. This will end up getting covered. How close are you to the hole? Oh, I don't know. I used to do that. That used to, from the lip of the hole being the front edge of that hole, I used to go like that. And typically that's how all my traps are. I mean, I don't even, right there, my pan's right here. Yeah. So, what's that? And I will tell you that is 9 inches. I've measured it. So these little clods, these little dirt clods, it doesn't bother me. I'll take, so I know like I don't want him to step up here, so I'll put stuff in his way. So his only spot to step is right here. And I'll just take clods. And I didn't come up with this. I got this from watching Phil Brown's fox trapping. And I talked to him, and I really, you know, he's someone I greatly admire. And I pretty much just kind of do that, rough it up, and bait, urine, lure, whatever you want to use, I put everything deep down into the hole. I'll show you.
Hey, what's the rationale like not using a screen in Ohio but using a screen elsewhere? So what's the difference?
When I was
why Ohio and
because I was working with like really like fine, dusty soil. It was like was it sugar sand is what they call it, or I mean it was like powder. It was nothing like this. Or actually I was just taking my hand and covering it out there, and anything that would seep or creep under, I didn't want it to. So I wanted to bring a screen with me. I'll take a screen that I can tuck into here a little bit, and I cut 2 slits in the middle of it. You put just a standard screen on here and you don't have it tucked, you just have it sitting on top, and they step right here, it will tip that screen up. And if you've done any trapping, you probably ran into that. You put those 2 slits on and you can slide it right in there, and this will actually hold it. People are like, well, you're supposed to increase your kill area with your screen. I'm not worried about that. I got a freaking, look at that pan. You know, I'm not worried about increasing my kill area. I already know, because I guide him, I'm going to catch him. If he comes in and he wants what's in the hole, he's going to get caught. So,
Good job.